Overview of Bank Islam. Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad was established on 1 July 1983 as the first full-fledged Islamic bank in Malaysia. With more than 40 years of experience, the bank has become a major player in banking in Southeast Asia. Bank Islam operates fully in accordance with Sharia principles and supports sustainable economic growth. Its head office is located in Kuala Lumpur and has a wide nationwide network of branch and self-service terminal. The bank is also committed to sustainability, ethical banking, and digital innovation. Historical background of Bank Islam. The development of Islamic banking in Malaysia began before World War II, when the Muslims sought Sharia-compliant finance solution, a key milestone occurrence is 1969 with the establishment of Tabung Haji, which encouraged systematic saving for primarage. The industry progressed with the establishment of Bank Islam Berhad in July 1983 as the first July Sharia compliance bank in Malaysia and Southeast Asia. Bank Islam started with a small workforce and a few branches, but this marked the foundation for the rapid growth in Islamic banking in the country. Basel III is an international regulatory framework introduced after the 2008 global financial crisis to strengthen bank stability, capital adequacy, and risk management. Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad demonstrates strong compliance with Basel III through sound governance and prudent capital management as highlighted in its integrated annual report 2023. The bank strengthened its capital base through the issue of subordinatory murabahah sukuk, which qualify as Tier 2 capital. In addition, Bank Islam integrated Basel III principle into the risk management, sustainability practice, and LEAP 25 strategy roadmap, ensuring operational realization and sustainable long-term growth.
Bank Islam offers Sharia-compliant saving account where customers can safely deposit and manage their money. These accounts follow Islamic contract like Wadi'ah and Murabahah, ensuring all transactions are riba-free. Customers also enjoy online banking, ATM credit card facilities, and Tabung Haji integration for saving. Bank Islam provides Sharia compliance home financing to help customers purchase, build, and refinance properties. Instead of interest, the bank uses contracts such as by Bitaman Anjid and Musyarakah Mutanakisah, where ownership is gradually transferred to the customer. This financing is fair, transparent, and offer flexible repayment options with competitive profit rates. Bank Islam has invested in digital transformation through the BIMB mobile apps and internet banking. Customers can access account 24/7, make real-time transfer with Do It Now, pay bills via JomPay, reload prepaid credits, and use the kill switch for credit security. This platform combines Sharia-based value with modern technology, offering ethical yet convenient banking.
Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad is the one Malaysia's leading Islamic banks that also provide a wide range of Sharia-compliant banking that serve for a Muslim and non-Muslim and also financial services. Bank Islam is listed on Bursa Malaysia and play a crucial role in the Malaysian Islamic finance ecosystem. Bank Islam revenue and income reflect a diversified and growing business. Total net income growth of Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad has a healthy increase in total net income in 2025. It is also supported by both fund-based and non-fund-based income stream, for example, commission, fees, investment gains, and also foreign exchange income. Overall, Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad show a stable and resilient financial position underpinned by consistent profitability, sustained asset growth, strong deposit and financing performance. Despite some technical issues in short-term earnings growth in 2025, the bank's strategic expansion and diversified income streams make a solid foundation for future growth.
Now, I will present about ratio. First, Bank Islam's returns on asset reflect the profit generated from its asset. Its decline from 0.76% in 2020 to to 0.55% in 2022 and remained stable at around 0.59% in 2024, indicating consistent but relatively low profitability from its large asset base. Next, Bank Islam's return on equity reflect the profit generated from shareholders' fund. It's declined from 8.99% in 2020 to 7.23% in 2022 and then remains stable at around 7.47 to 7.46% in 2023 to 2024, indicating steady but slightly lower returns to shareholders. Bank Islam profit margin recorded at 16.24% in 2020, increasing slightly in 2021 but declined to around 12.21% to 12.15% in 2023 to 2024, reflecting that profit growth was slower than revenue growth. Next, efficiency indicator. Bank Islam asset utilization, which reflect revenue generated from total asset, stood at 4.48% in 2020, dipped slightly to 3.95 to 3.98% in 2021 to 2022, then increasing to 4.98% in 2023 and 4.85% in 2024, indicating improved efficiency in generating revenue from asset. Bank Islam cost-to-income ratio, which reflect the share of income consumed by operating costs, was 53.81% in 2020, increased to 57% in 2021 and 59.8% in 2022, and further increased to 16.9% in 2023 and 64.5% in 2024, showing a growth portion of revenue was spent on operating over time.
I will explain about liquidity ratio, which is financing to available fund ratio. Shows how much of Bank Islam fund are used for financing. In 2020, the fund was 79.24%, meaning almost 80% of the bank's fund were being used to give financing. In 2021, it dropped slightly 79%. Then in 2022, it's increased a little to 79.6% before falling to 78.7% in 2023 and 75.6% in 2024. This shows that while the bank continues to provide significant financing each year, it's also keeping more fund in reserve over time, which is improve its liquidity and stability. Next, we have current account, saving account, deposit. This shows the portion of low-cost fund the bank has. In 2020, CASA deposit were 36.11% of total deposit, and they grew to 39.6% in 2021. They dipped slightly to 36.8% in 2022. They rose again to 39.9% in 2023 and 39.7% in 2024. This trend shows that the bank has been able to maintain liquidity using low-cost fund, which is good for its financial stability and flexibility. The next part is leverage ratio, which is debt to equity ratio. We show how much debt the bank has compared to its equity. It tells us how much the bank rely on borrowed money versus its own funds. In 2020, the ratio was 10.87%, which is quite low. It's increased to 12.22% in 2022 because the bank debt grew faster than its equity. In 2023, it's dropped to 11.29% as the bank's equity increased and then rose slightly to 11.64% in 2024. This shows that Bank Islam keep a stable balance between debt and equity, using debt carefully while keeping the bank financially strong. Let's talk about debt to capital ratio. We show how much of the bank's total capital come from debt compared to equity. From 2020 to 2022, the ratio remained high at around 91 to 92%, indicating heavy reliance on debt financing. In 2023, it decreased slightly to 91.86%, then rose again to 92.09% in 2024. We show that Bank Islam continues to rely mainly on debt as its source of capital, with equity contributing only a small portion. Now we look at the Bank Islam Basel III leverage ratio. We show that bank capital compared to its total exposure. In 2020, the ratio was 8.42%. It fell to 7.98% in 2021 and then to 7.56% in 2022 because the bank's exposure grew faster than its capital. In 2023, it rose to 8.13% and slightly decreased to 7.91% in 2024. This shows that the bank continues to maintain enough capital to cover its risk while supporting its growth. Moving on, next is total capital ratio, which compare the bank's capital to its risk-weighted asset. In 2020, the ratio was 19.82%, then it dipped to 18.56% in 2021. After that, it steadily increased to 19.39% in 2022, 19.89% in 2023, and reached 20% in 2024. This shows that Bank Islam has maintained strong and stable capital over the year, supporting its financial strength and risk management. Next part is growth and outreach indicator. Let's look at Bank Islam financing portfolio growth. We show how much the bank's financing has increased over the year. From 2020 to 2021, that growth was 6.37% and it jumped to 11.6% in 2021 until 2022. After that, it slowed to 2.95% in 2022 and 2023 and 3.94% 2023 to 2024. The bank provides financing more carefully to manage risk. Overall, this trend show that the bank is expanding its financing steadily with maintaining control over risk. Last but not least, let's look at Bank Islam's equity growth. We show how the bank's equity increased over the year. From 2020 to 2021, equity went up by 1.82%, then grew more strongly to 6.19% in 2021 until 2022 and 8.89% in 2022 until 2023. In 2023 until 2024, growth slowed to 3.46% as the bank distributed more profit to shareholders while keeping capital growth steady. Overall, the bank balanced rewarding shareholders with maintaining a healthy equity base.
And I will explain about the strength of financial. First, Bank Islam demonstrates a strong capital position with its total capital ratio increasing from 18.56% in 2020 to 20.3% for the 9-month period, which is well above Basel III requirement. This indicates effective capital planning and strong financial resilience. In terms of liquidity, the bank maintained a stable financing to asset ratio between 65.6% and 69.6%, reflecting balanced funding management. The CASA ratio, which ranged from 45.6% to 51.6%, further support cost efficiency and funding stability. Additionally, Bank Islam shows sustainable growth driven by financing expansion and rising equity from retaining earnings. Next, there are several weaknesses and challenges. Bank Islam has a limited international presence, resulting in heavy reliance on the domestic market. This increases its exposure to Malaysia economic cycle. The bank is also vulnerable to domestic economic shock, such as changes in consumer spending, financing demand, and commodity price fluctuation. Furthermore, limited product diversification compared to conventional bank restrict revenue opportunities. Challenges in digital transformation may also affect operational efficiency and reduce attractiveness to younger, technology-savvy customers, potentially putting pressure on profitability and costs. Regarding Basel III compliance, the Bank Islam remain in a strong position. The leverage ratio stay between 7.56 and 8.13%, well above the minimum requirement of 3%. Continuous improvement in capital adequacy and the issuance of Sharia compliance Tier 1 and Tier 2 instruments strengthen its loss absorbing capacity. Despite ongoing profitability pressure, strong capital and risk management support the bank's long-term financial sustainability.
Bank Islam Malaysia Berhad has proven to be financially strong and stable from the year 2020 to 2024 through its robust growth and its revenue and financing over the year while maintaining profitable results. During the years in the questions, the company's financial position is an indication of the bank's strategic endeavors to improve its capital base and to respond to challenges in Malaysian Islamic banking industry. Based on the financial highlights, there was an increase in total revenues from the preceding years, attaining its peak in 2024, and then steadily adjusting in the following years of 2025, which denotes positive bank performance. The bank's capital adequacy ratio has also been strong. In conclusion, the financial ratios as well as the performance trend exhibited from 2020 to 2025 clearly indicate that Bank Islamic Malaysia Berhad has maintained a strong financial position throughout the years despite the challenge in the economic landscape. This made a bank a reputable Islamic finance institution in Malaysia, ensuring its long-term prospect for further growth in the Islamic banking industry.